Well, hello. Today I'd like to talk to you about the Kaweco Liliput. This is a nice little metal pocket pen that I'm taking with me to, well, at the time you see this, I took with me to Fargo. So let's dive into it. If videos like this interest you, where I talk about fountain pens both new and old and at all price points, I would invite you to subscribe. And hey, do you have a favorite pocket fountain pen? Let us know in the comments down below. Maybe you have some comments about traveling light. In either case, please feel free to leave a comment down below. So if you saw my April 12th pens in use, I would have talked about the 3 pocket pens I was taking with me to Fargo for State Science Olympiad. Those were the only pens. Probably didn't need 3, but I don't know. I took 3. I guess I was being extravagant. But I wasn't going to take my whole pen case full of pens. And the whole idea there was that I wanted to travel light, pack everything into just a single book bag, so it's light and easy to carry around. And I don't know if you've ever had that experience where you travel and you bring too much stuff and it just kind of weights you down. You're just like, oh my God, I just want this to end. Well, traveling light, everything in a backpack, pretty easy. So that's what I did. And that's the idea behind this pen, is it's light, easy to carry, doesn't take up a lot of room. Maybe is not the pen for writing the great American novel or writing page after page of wonderful prose, but you want a reliable pen. And this one's a little bit of a luxury treat. So let's look at it and see what I mean. So first of all, I made it look big. And then I got super excited and hit the zoom knob before I was ready. Now, what do I mean when I say I made it look big? Forced perspective, because on the camera you don't have anything around to compare it to except possibly what it's laying on, if you know the size of the pen tray. So this is a Platinum 3776. So what do I mean? It's a cute little thing. Now, to compare, this pen posts by screwing on. I write with the Platinum 3776 unposted. So, to my surprise, it's actually a little bit longer than the 3776. Now, of course, the 3776 has a wider grip section, which I'd say the Liliput is a little bit too narrow. But that just shows you can get the length in this small package. Now, you may ask, how does it compare to some other pocket pens? Well, I have down here the 3 pens that went to Fargo with me. I have a Kaweco Skyline Sport, which just slips to post. Okay, little bit longer, a little bit wider grip section. And I have a Moonman Mini 1 Kai, also going with me to Fargo. A little shorter, again, a little girthier. So Liliput is a slender pen. No two ways about it. But that's the market. Now let's take a look at the pen. So we'll cap it for a minute. This Liliput is special because I purchased the fire blue finish. Why? I don't know. We'll blame KDP Ross for his excellent review of the pen that made me want one after successfully talking myself out of it. Because I was always concerned about the longevity of this fire blue finish. I know it wears off. I suspect Kaweco has put some kind of a coating on to make it last longer, but I feel like it's faded since I bought it, and I know I was very disappointed when I got it, and I just thought, oh, that is really depressingly not bright at all. So it's the finial. The other finial's fairly plain. And you screw to post, open it up. Surprised I like it because it is a metal pen and I don't like them. Has a fine nib in it. And if you want to fill it, don't expect to use a Kaweco converter. You're going to have to use a cartridge, but it does take standard international cartridges. KDP had a way to he had a converter he was using, and I thought I had a version of that converter, but I couldn't get it to fit. So the Kaweco Liliput, I have a fine nib on it. This is the same nib you'll find on the Kaweco Sport. Oh, nothing special. Generally a nice, reliable nib, just not one that'll blow you out of your socks in excitement. The ink I have in this is Diamine Ancient Copper, which brings me to my first real praise of the pen. This is an ink that can be very crustylicious in the wrong pen. No crusties on this nib, even though it's been in here for almost a week. Usually I'll get crusties within a day or two in most pens, but not on this one. So it apparently makes a very good seal. As far as flex, don't, because it won't flex back. Which is not to say you don't get a little line variation. As far as wetness and flow, no trouble keeping up. The smear test, which admittedly also somewhat tests the ink and the paper. And not the wettest pen, but not bad. And reverse writing, if you're into that kind of thing. Ew. Pointless. So now let's do a longer form quote. And of course, since this is a pocket pen, I went with a travel theme. Pack light, ladies and gentlemen, and assorted others. And finally, we will do the world famous Pierre Gustafson test, where I just see how the pen handles a rapid movement and continuous line. To which the answer is obviously quite well. Normally at this point is where I show you how well it rides in the breast pocket and how well it clips on. But without a clip, what's the point? And unlike the sport model, the Kaweco Liliput does not come with an optional clip to add on. So your mileage may vary on that, but where I finally came down to after I bought my third Kaweco Sport, yes, I own three of them, was I finally realized that why am I buying the clip? I never use it to clip in my pocket. I put the pen in my pants. The clip makes a good roll stop, but guess what? Your Kaweco Sports are all octagonal, right? 8 sides? I can't remember. I want to say 8. Now this is round, which is a bit of a problem. This could actually benefit a little from a clip, but I feel like whatever clip I put on it is going to be wrong sized. So I understand Kaweco's choices here with this pen. If you like the experience of writing with a Kaweco Sport, same nib, I will say that it's a little bit narrower pen. If you don't like that, you won't like the Kaweco Liliput. But I also say that this is not a pen designed for long sessions of writing. This is a pen designed for jotting things down. If you are in a situation where you need a pocket pen, you're probably not doing lots of writing. I don't know, maybe, guessing here, maybe you're somebody who likes to take a hike out into the wilderness and sit in the prairie and write poetry, or you get inspired to write cowboy fiction when you're sitting in the Badlands after a long hike. Be honest, that's not me. I will write down ideas and such, and that's about all I will do in that particular setting. So it's perfect for me. And what surprised me last summer is this pen became my pocket pen of choice, even over the Kaweco Sport, which I like. I have a medium that I like and I have a fine that I like. I use this pen a lot more often as my pocket pen. Don't know why, but I liked it. But I think it comes down to how it was used, and it was just kind of like a little luxury. Now, of course, if I went anywhere serious where it could get lost or damaged and be hard to find again, like on a hike or so on, I did take the Sport or the Moonman Mini Wankai with me instead, because if I lose them, oh well. But this is a little bit more of an investment. Now, I think I said at the beginning I was a little disappointed with the fire blue finish. I know what fire blue is like. I do know the chemistry behind it and so on. I think it's a very cool idea, but it's not a long-lasting finish. I really enjoyed the re-entry nibs from Nemesign also, but they just they're starting to lose that finish as I use the pens. And I feel like this faded, although I don't have an objective way to measure that, but that's the feeling I have. And I know it's going to wear out. I think Kaweco put some kind of coating on it to make it last longer, but that's only going to take you so far. And I feel the same way. You know, there's a Monte Grappa Fire Blue Fortuna. Sounds right. I decided not to purchase it, partly because of the $400 price, but also in part because I wasn't sure how long that finish would last. So, very attractive finish, though, while it lasts. So a good pocket pen, a sturdy, reliable pocket pen, a very small pocket pen, a very expensive pocket pen if you get this finish, but much more reasonable if you get some of the other finishes. And you have to put up with cartridges only. But if all of that's okay with you, this is a good pocket pen. And like I said, it was my pocket pen of choice last summer. Unless I was in one of those situations where it could get lost, then I would take something cheaper with me. So, yes, I recommend the Liliput. I don't necessarily recommend this finish unless you really want it, but you can get the same model in a much cheaper finish. So, if videos like this interest you, where I talk about fountain pens both new and old and at all price points, I would invite you to subscribe. And hey, since I shredded this a little bit and praised it a little bit, maybe there's a pocket fountain pen that you could recommend. Or where do you use your pocket fountain pens? Let us know in the comments down below. So I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.